The following podcast is scheduled.
Schedule for one fall. Yeah, we finna brawl. Schedule for one fall. Yeah, we finna brawl. World Wrestling Pips, international players. Fucking with Japan, got me saying, oh hey ya. Piss Wrestling got the piss out the cut. Got some talent acting wild, motherfuckers getting bucked. Yeah, we scheduled for one fall. Yeah, we finna brawl, player.
What? Ahmed Johnson.
Episode 30, player. I'm live. You know what? This is racist. Fuck. Let me stop. I'm here with Mama Blanca, also Black Market Ivan. Val is in hell again. Don't know where she's at, but she should be joining us shortly. And if not, oh well, we'll catch her on episode 31. I am Patrick Pryor, and we got some big fucking news, and I'm just gonna hand it over to the co-host and have them explain, because it gets me erect just thinking about it every time.
All right. So this is Black Market Ivan, otherwise known as
I bet I'm alright.
and I'm here with La Flama Blanca. So Pat, after 11 years in the podcasting game, I never have been able to say that I've reached 30 episodes with any of my co-hosts, and Pat, that even includes the podcast we used to do.
I'm about to say, yeah, that's true.
We've never reached 30. I've never reached 30 on any of the shows I did. So number one, this is a momentous occasion because today is episode 30. Number two, this also marks the season 1 finale of our show. So for those of you who have been tuning in since February of 2018 and have stuck with us through thick and thin and good pay-per-views, bad pay-per-views, good mics, bad mics, all that stuff, thank you for completing this journey with us. The next episode will be the season 2 premiere for all of you new listeners. But here's the big news. All right, here's the
Tell them the big news.
Here's the big, long, hard, black news.
What?
I'm shaking in my chair.
For those of you who have been listening to us, you know we have been available on SoundCloud and iTunes and other podcast aggregators on the interwebs. But as of yesterday, September 19th, the year of our Lord 2018, scheduled for one fall, Chicago's very own pro wrestling podcast is now available on Google Play Music worldwide and Spotify worldwide.
Woo!
Yeah.
This has been a long time coming. A lot of hard work, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. And I literally slapped Black Market Ivan's foot at 1 a.m. this morning to scream out, we have finally gotten on Spotify. Because that's where I listen to all my podcasts and discover new ones. And
Yeah.
I just am thinking of the spiderweb effect or the glass splintering effect of how many more listeners we're going to accumulate going forward.
Yeah. I believe that having more outlets now is going to broaden the horizon, because there's been, times I've tell people hey man, schedule for one fall, check us the fuck out. They're like, yeah man, but I don't got Apple Music.
Yeah. Well, and now here's a half announcement. Scheduledforonefall.com, the official website, is live, but the mobile friendly version has not been optimized yet. So if you have a computer or laptop, scheduledforonefall.com is an amazing portal for all of our stuff, and it's going to have all the other merch and all the goodies on there. But right now it's just kind of a desktop site.
It's the what in the gaming world, what do you say, the beta mode?
I would say it's beta. Yeah, it's an open beta right now. So the mobile version will be available.
Yeah.
Mobile version will be available. But So with that said, real quick, final thing is, like I mentioned at the start of the show, is Pat. We've been doing this for many, many, many years, and it's, even though all the tools are there, even though the resources are very widely available, it's still kind of hard to get your stuff out there. So I want to open an invitation to anyone out there starting a podcast or upgrading a podcast. Please, if you have questions, if you need tips, advice, we want more people to podcast. We want more people to share their passion. Email us, scheduledfor1fallpodcast@gmail.com. Scheduled for one podcast, scheduled for one fall podcast, gmail.com, or hit us on Twitter, whatever, and just say, hey, Ivan, Pat, Flama Blanca, Val, how do I update an RSS feed? How do I do a, how do I create a website? How do I link my Twitter to my website? Ask us. We want more people to do it, especially if you're from Chicago. We definitely want to help you out. So keep that in mind. We're not trying to hoard all the knowledge to ourselves. We want the more people doing it, the bigger the scene is going to get. So please reach out to us with any questions like that. We'd love to share.
Sharing is caring.
Yeah,
indeed.
So with that said, Pat, I just need to know one. What are you smoking tonight?
Man,
because what? You are smoking something good.
To be honest, I don't know. This is like a new dealer. I don't even fucking know. So it's crazy.
What's his name? Where can we find him?
Oh man, yeah.
Just kidding. Ha ha.
Yeah.
Ha.
Ha.
So we're gonna save the what this show means to us after 30 episodes, what wrestling means to us after. We're gonna save that till the end in the hopes that Val will have joined us at that point. So this is what I'm thinking we can do, guys. I have a drink in front of me. Danielle has a drink in front of her. So before we go into the wrestling talk, Danielle, you're going to give us a liquor fact, and it's going to be an episode 30 liquor fact.
Okay.
But I'm going to crack this open first. Okay. How about that?
Is there going to be a pour, or are we just going to rely on my pop?
No. I'm going to I'm going to go first. Okay.
Okay.
So in honor of the great city that has bred such talent and such a show, in honor of the city that Pat continues to represent in his music and his production, I have one of our mainstays, Revolution Brewing's Anti-Hero. It's a classic. So guys, listen to this. This is for all of you that have stuck with us through all this. Oh, man. Revolution Anti-Hero. Here's a little slurp for old time's sake, Pat. You know what I'm talking about.
What?
Yeah. Hey, Playboy.
And I have a apple cider donut from Dunkin' Donuts. It's a seasonal one that I'm gonna nibble on for the show. So Danielle,
dude,
well, go ahead, Pat. Go ahead, Pat.
Apple cider donut, dude. You can't be talking like that. I'm high as hell,
dude. It's like exactly what you would want right now.
But isn't Dunkin' Donuts open 24 hours?
Yeah, they are, but man.
But the donuts are all hard.
They got the old ass donuts that's like pucks.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we don't want to break any of those teeth tonight.
No.
I need them all.
So Danielle, what
are
we drinking, and what's our episode 30 liquor fact? And then we'll go into the wrestling.
Okay, this is a pop. I'm doing a Vino Tinto by, actually, you know what? This is kind of interesting that Val isn't here. Number 30 plays a lot in numerology, and then let alone the number 3. And there's 3 of us right now, and the Vino I picked is called Ménage à Trois, which is a threesome.
Hey Pat, I know we friends. I know we be like friends and stuff, but I got like an idea for you, man.
I mean, it's kind of interesting how everything aligns, right? And this this is a pop, so let's hear it.
Oh, that was.
Ooh, that was like cute.
Wow, that was a nice pop.
Ready for the pour?
Go ahead.
I'm gonna fill it up.
I hope. I sincerely, and please tell us on Twitter if this is the case. I sincerely hope people hear that and they're like, damn, I need a drink.
That's always my goal.
It's
So,
either that or they're fucking, freaks and they think it's someone's urinating.
Yeah.
man, I bring the microphone into the bathroom and hold it up to the porcelain god and piss away every episode.
That would be
Or that's
we'll say
actually
that
my
for Patreon.
material. Okay. Oh, that's true. Okay, right.
That's only our premium members, yeah.
So, wine fact, you guys. Did you know that according to the Wine Institute, more wine is drunk per person in the Vatican City?
Oh,
Oh,
didn't know that.
Not only is there the regular consumption of the ceremonial communion wine, the Vatican's residents are more likely to be the elderly, male, high educated, and eat in large groups.
Sounds really white to me.
It does. And these are all factors that indicate a propensity for greater wine consumption.
cheers here. Cheers to that.
Oh, yes.
Cheers my can.
Cheers to the Vatican City. Cheers to God. Cheers to
Cheers to the Pope. Shout out Pope.
shout out to the Pope.
Who's the Pope? Who's the Pope right now?
Shout out to the Da Vinci Code because
Pope
when they go to the
Francis?
Vatican City.
Is it Pope Francis?
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know.
So guys, we got Hell in a Cell to talk about. Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing really depends on you.
Do we have to?
But real quick, we're going to travel into the future. New Japan Pro Wrestling Road to Destruction live from Yamaguchi, Japan. This actually aired today, several hours ago. And once again, it's a series of smaller shows leading up to Destruction, Destruction pay-per-view. So I'm going to run through these guys really quick. It wasn't anything huge. No titles changed, but check it out. We had Yoda Tsuji versus Yuya Uemura ending in a 10-minute time limit. We had Sho and Yo of Roppongi 3K defeating Shota Umino and Ayato Yoshida. We had the legend Tiger Mask, Satoshi Kojima, and Hiroyoshi Tenzin defeating Ren Narita, Manabu Nakanishi, and Yuji Nagata. Once again, just legends and legends, opening the show. Then we had Ryusuke Taguchi, David Finlay, and Juice Robinson defeating Toa Hinare, Kushida, and Jushin Thunder Liger. Here's where it gets hot, guys. Will Ospreay, Chucky T, and Beretta. I'm assuming he's not going by Trent Beretta anymore, just Beretta. Defeated Yoshinobu Kanemaru, Davey Boy Smith Jr., and Lance Archer. So within there, you've got the best friends is Chucky T and Beretta, and you've got Killer Elite Squad with Davey Boy Smith and Lance Archer. Nice little team ups there. Then we had LIJ versus Suzuki-gun with Bushi, Sonata, Evil, Tetsuya Naito defeating El Desperado, Taka Michinoku, Jack Baber Jr., and Minoru Suzuki Capone. Last but not least, Jay White, Yoshihashi, and Kazuchika Okada defeated Tomoaki Honma, Togi Makabe, and Hiroshi Tanahashi. Overall, looks like a great time for those in attendance. Just their mid card and some top talent putting on a good show. No Bullet Club presence on this show, however, which makes me a sad little boy.
You know what?
Little girl too.
Doesn't make me sad
But
because you know what? There was not one Mike Elk in the fucking match. So works better for me.
we're gonna put that on a shirt too. Fuck my God. But I think that's gonna be a Puppy Pound exclusive type of merch.
Yeah. So all right, guys. Here's a little outline of what we got. We got Hell in a Cell. We have Raw and SmackDown, aka big, wet, runny diarrhea shows. We've got 205 Live. We have NXT, the Mae Young Classic, and then Val has some Chicago and indie scene stuff. If she ever joins the show. So, how about we talk about Hell in a Cell?
I guess.
I'll do the honors.
I guess.
I'll do the honors.
We gotta talk about the highlights. Let's skip everything else.
Here, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to run over all the results, and then you guys are going to pick. I'm going to ask you what were your highlights, okay?
Okay.
During the kickoff show, we had the New Day defeating Rusev Day to retain the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. I could have taken a long dump during this, and my life wouldn't have been any different. Then the show started, and we had probably the best match of the night. Randy Orton defeating Jeff Hardy in a match that made me cringe with their, in a good way, in their delivery and their ring psychology. It was a fun and pretty brutal match. I think it was a great way to send Jeff Hardy off if he's going to take a few months off. And we will loop back because I want to hear you guys' opinions. Then the SmackDown Women's Championship. Becky Lynch defeated Charlotte Flair. It was good. It was a good match. And now I hope that they'll keep this angry Becky Lynch. And I keep hearing people saying, can she be the new Stone Cold Steve Austin? You know what? I hope so. Then the Raw Tag Team Championships. Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre defeated Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins. This was a very close match. A lot of near falls. It could have gone either way, and the audience would have been happy. But, of course, Ziggler and McIntyre retained. Then the WWE Championship. AJ Styles defeated Samoa Joe. To be quite honest with you, I kind of forgot how this match ended, but it was a good match.
It was a whole debacle.
Oh, yeah. It was the
debauchery of the tap versus the
AJ
count.
Styles tapped out while he simultaneously got the count out on Samoa Joe. But it was all right. It was a good match that didn't need that crap to make it good. Then I literally fell asleep. Danielle can attest to it. I literally fell the hell asleep. The Miz and Maurice defeated Daniel Bryan and Brie Bella. It's like if Jesus Christ. It's like if the Pope and all the Catholic churches of the world got together and said, we are going to bring Jesus Christ back to earth. Okay, we are literally going to materialize him on planet Earth as a physical being because we need him here. And they bring Jesus Christ back, or Allah, or anyone who you believe is your your God, and they brought him back to life. He's here on Earth, and they say, Jesus, we need you to run the cashier at McDonald's. That's what they're doing to Daniel Bryan. I'm not comparing him to Jesus, but they brought him back from the dead. They brought him out of retirement for this? I fell asleep, guys. Next up, we had the Raw Women's Championship. Ronda Rousey defeated Alexa Bliss. I could not care less about this match. I was still asleep during this, and hearing Alicia Fox's annoying screeching made me literally ask Danielle. I woke up, I was like, is that Alicia Fox screaming? She's like, yup, and I fell back asleep. Next, we had the Universal Championship. Special guest referee Mick Foley. You had Roman Reigns versus Braun Strowman in a Hell in a Cell. It was crazy. It was brutal. Then Ziggler and McIntyre and Rollins and Ambrose come out. They're fighting on top of the cell. They're almost crashing through. It's crazy. It's intense. You're having fun. Then Rollins and Ziggler fall off the side of the cage for no reason at all. A light breeze hit them and they fell off a cage. Everyone was like, huh? Why did that happen? And then Brock Lesnar comes out. Oh, okay, that's kind of exciting. He kicks the cage door open. Okay, that's kind of exciting. He F5s the strongest men in the company right now, and then they just pretty much die. They just perish. Yeah. And the match ends in a count out. A Hell in a Cell match, the most violent match in WWE, ends in a count out.
Hey,
that was the end of the show.
You're missing the best part of that match.
What?
Paul Heyman macing, quote unquote, macing
Mick Foley. Yeah.
And he took a tumble, which he probably wasn't supposed to take a tumble, but he did. I found that quite enjoyable.
If I were Mick Foley and I had to see Frank the Clown in my house every day, I'd rather get maced in the eye so I wouldn't have to see that piece of trash.
Yes.
Almost spit.
I'm definitely gonna insert that I hate you, Frank.
I hate you. I hate Frank the Clown. Anyways, that was Hell in a Cell. Danielle, ladies first. What was your highlight and what was your low light of this show?
Oh, my highlight has to go to the Raw tag team match.
Mm-hmm.
That the Claymore kick to, I think that's what he calls that move, to Mr. Seth Rollins.
The Claymore is what he calls his so I wasn't dreaming that. Oh, awesome, great. When he nails him in the face while he was trying to do some spot. I don't remember what the name of the spot he was doing, but
that it talk about so many close calls, and you couldn't tell. All four of those guys put on a hell. Yes, I did say hell. A hell of a match, and that's the only thing enjoyable about Hell in the Cell. The downside, the whole thing.
The low light.
The low light would be everything else. Even unfortunately, I am gonna put the Charlotte and Becky Lynch match in that. And I just felt like we knew the outcome. We knew they were gonna do this. And the only reason I say that is because immediately there's the merch for Becky Lynch out called Relentless.
Oh.
If you guys haven't seen that, my female counterpart would probably owns it already. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Val owns it.
Val got some promo code on it and had it watching Hell in the Shell. That's how it felt. So, that's how I feel. I think the AJ Styles and Samoa Joe bit was kind of annoying because that was, a botch that they tried to play off, and I don't know, it just still looked sloppy. But that's how I feel. I don't want to spend more time on it because there's better things to talk about tonight. So
that's true.
What do you think, Pat? What's your one highlight and every other low light you have?
Highlights were I would have to say everything SmackDown related outside of Daniel Bryan, Brie Bella, and Maurice and Miz. The SmackDown side carried that fucking pay-per-view. I do want to say that I personally enjoyed the finish to the Samoa Joe, and who did he fight? AJ?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm high. So he fought AJ. That was a super dope finish. But the best part about it, the same people that be on Twitter all day scratching their beards and scratching their ass and going back to scratching their beard so their beard smells like shit.
Ew. Oh my.
They sit on Twitter all day and they call for Road Dogg's job. They say that he sucks. He doesn't know what he's doing. And now these same fucking people that I've seen call for Road Dogg's job are now saying, bravo, you're the best. SmackDown carried the show. You know what? Fuck you guys. Fuck all you guys. And the low highlight or low light, definitely the finish. The finish of Hell in a Cell. Like, you don't end a pay-per-view like that. That was like WCW-ish. What they did, and not in a good way, because WCW was great, but I just don't understand.
Wouldn't you put it in the Impact timeline?
TNA.
Oh, no, like Impact
early Impact days.
The Piss Pack time.
Days. Not the current Impact. Piss Pack.
Yeah, Piss Pack. Yeah, and I mean, I guess that was the low light. Yeah. That's it. Yeah. Fuck him. So that shit was a waste of money. The real big draws are going to be the Crown Jewel and the Super Show in Australia. Like, this was just a bullshit pay-per-view.
Yeah.
You know what? For old time's sake, I'm going to play the theme song. For those of you who've been listening to our show for a while, I'm going to play the theme song for WWE Crown Jewel. I'm half Arabic. I can make this joke.
That's true. He is excused. I'm the only one not excused tonight.
Do you know what's crazy? It's like, we got the technology. I can just play this.
No, I want to play it from my crappy phone speaker into the microphone so it doesn't sound good.
No, he wants the garbled edition. Okay. That's what we go for here. We're all about the grunge and the gutter life. Okay.
Look,
I understand.
Look, the Greatest Royal Rumble was such a stain on WWE's 2018 program. A freaking stain, a skid mark. The fact that they're doing another Saudi Arabia show this year blows my mind. It's this November. That's right after the Evolution.
It's like coming up. It's like,
oh, really? I didn't. where have I been? Obviously not paying attention.
You're a woman. You're not allowed to know about the Saudi Arabia shows.
You're right.
Yeah, you're not supposed to
we're
know
offending
Yeah.
a lot of people. right now.
Google Saudi Arabia.
Oh my god!
Filter out woman browsing activity. You cannot see Saudi Arabia
I
results.
personally would like my hands and my eyes.
Oh my god. Yeah. Wow. Whew.
Talk
that-
about going back in time. We should have a 1800s podcast where it's like a period piece where we just talk about all the Saudi Arabia pay-per-views and how
I
repressed.
probably wouldn't even
everything-
be part of that podcast if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Oh,
let's-
that's.
probably
well,
be
even
slave.
you.
You know
I
what,
think
that's
I would be
true.
the only one that's.
But it would literally.
No, I wouldn't. All three of us would be not included because I'm a woman, and
Dude,
you guys are both POCs. For the people who don't know, those are people of color. So none of us would be allowed to be a part of that.
That's wild.
you know, but I don't know. It's literally the equivalent to me. It's literally the equivalent of there being like a show in Memphis that's literally says no coloreds allowed. Like it's literally the same thing. I'm not even trying to be funny. It's the same thing.
No, that's true.
That's how old fashioned is. And then good old community member M in the YouTube chat says ye old fighting box social. In terms of the antiquated nature of that. But yeah, it's no, it sucks. It sucks. I don't care about that. Are you guys excited for this great Super Showdown thing? Do you care about this Triple H versus Undertaker thing?
No. I mean, the only thing I would, well, of course, I'm going to tune in because why not? I'm just more curious on the imports that WWE has absorbed from Australia. Are they going to make an appearance like the NXT people? Like
I'm
Dakota?
pretty sure.
Oh no, Dakota Kai's New Zealand.
I'm pretty sure they will if there's
Murphy,
any in the company.
Yeah,
Buddy Murphy.
Buddy Murphy. Well, he's technically 205. But there's Tony Storm, Mae Young Classic, and she's like been signed to the roster or whatever. So I wonder if they'll take some NXT people and Mae Young Classics.
I believe so because we saw a lot of people in NXT that was like in development. NXT like that Bamba Tumbe guy. I can't remember. He was in like the Royal Rumble, the Greatest Royal Rumble thing. Like we haven't seen him since. I haven't even seen him on NXT.
Yeah.
So it's like,
true.
we might see extra guys just show up.
PM61, the Mighty, I guess, whatever. I don't know what a name change persona they're gonna. I feel like they'll make a splash in their hometown. Well, it's not hometown; it's just in their homeland. But I mean, we're gonna watch it because it's part of our, new life here at Schedule for One Fall HQ. So I will be.
Unfortunately, gotta watch it. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll be in the trenches with everybody who decides to watch it as well.
I gave them my
have to-
$9.99 a month, so
I have to inform everybody. Cover your eyes. There is another woman coming on the show. Another woman is joining the show. Please cover your eyes, or we will go to jail and be executed.
Wow, that's like a Schwarzenegger and Arab sounding accent.
Arab, yeah, Ahmed Schwarzenegger. Val, I invited you. Click the accept call button. There you go.
Oh.
Be careful. There is another woman in here. You will go to jail.
oh my god.
Val, what are you drinking?
Oh, there's a puppy on the screen, everybody who is listening via Spotify, Google Play,
Here's
iTunes.
one. Here's the other one.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh,
So Val's showing us video of puppers.
Of my
Hi, Val.
puppies.
Give us a quick update. Why are you with so many puppies?
I cannot.
Why are you with so many puppies?
Well, okay, so a good friend of mine is going to India for 6 months, so I am house sitting for her and dog sitting for her. Hence me getting on the show so late because I was traveling back in time from India. No, it's just the internet signal here was not happening.
Wait, where is she?
Wait, that's wrong country, wrong
That's
people.
all the same.
It's wrong people.
That's the wrong racism I think.
I say that I'm from there.
Oh my.
Val,
No.
That's racist.
Val, what happened? Val, it's episode 30. How do you feel?
I feel like you know what? I'm just really excited. I'm really stoked, and I'm a little verklempt. And you know what? Tonight I don't have to work until 2:00 tomorrow. So tonight I'm just gonna drink it in, man.
And what are you drinking?
Well, whoa, apparently Ahmed Johnson. I just looked at the document.
Drink. Okay. Go, so what
Your
what
drink is
what-
Ahmed Johnson.
That's probably the nastiest thing. So what have you been drinking? What are you drinking?
Well, I'm already on. I'm about to start round 2 of this fantastic Virtue cider. It's rosé,
Ooh. Whoop, whoop.
and then I don't know if I should also swig some Jameson or some Svedka vodka because that's what's here at the house that I'm sitting.
I was going to say your first drink was white as hell, but then you switched it to Jameson. I'm like, all right, okay, you're back.
Yeah, no, dude, it is white as hell. I got it from when I was working the VIP area at Pitchfork. So that shit is not only white as hell, it's also fucking hipster hell, but delicious
Yeah.
and free.
Hey, that's
true.
my kind of price point.
So, all right, so then I guess I'll just swig the Jameson. There's not a lot, so that'll be perfect because I don't want to get blacked out drunk. I still have to be responsible for 2 dogs. Come on.
So guys, we have
I want a pup.
we've got 50 minutes. Okay, we have a lot to talk about. Is Raw worth covering?
I mean, debatable.
I guess we can skim through it
How fast
super
can we
quick.
go for Raw?
I mean, we should play a game. Okay, you guys, let's play a game.
Tell us.
All of us, you know, since Black Market Ivan and I never touch Raw or SmackDown. And,
What was that?
oh
that was-
my.
It
But
wasn't-
okay, how about we do this? All of us read a bullet point, but we do not comment. We just read what happened and move on.
Okay, so it's gonna go like this: Val, Pat, Danielle, me.
Okay.
All right, Val, start. Read the full bullet point.
Where the fuck am I looking?
On the docs!
on
Google Docs.
on Google Docs,
Google
under
Docs.
Raw.
Come on.
We'll just get through it all as a team because we are a family and we'll get
All I
through
want to
this.
say is that Strowman says that sucks. This situation sucks. This whole crowd sucks. Raw sucks. Journey sucks. Everything sucks. Fucking sucks. That's my the first part. Oh yeah. So Crown Jewel. Fuck that. As Strowman said, this sucks.
Yeah.
There you go. That's the first part of Raw. That's all you really need to know. Okay. With that, I'm taking a swig of Jameson. Wait. Oh shit. I should put the camera on so you guys can see I'm like legit swigging.
This,
Yeah.
this has been more entertaining than the hour and a half of Raw that's accessible on our end.
And for those of you who watch our show live, you get to see video of Val
Woo!
swigging the Jameson while puppies are looking at her in horror.
What's happening here?
You have,
Wait.
100,
This is amazing.
you have 103 Dalmatians in the house.
I do.
Yeah.
I love this. Whoa! Yeah, get it, girl. Yas, queen.
That's crazy.
All that-
Hoosh, hoo- hoo.
Every time.
Oh
I
my
think
god.
I've seen something crazy.
I think I'm gonna. I love it, and I'm gonna throw up at the same time. This is It's a beautiful thing,
Hey, it's our 30th anniversary, so fuck it.
girl.
that-
it
I-
is. That's what I'm talking about. Let's turn the fuck up. Let's go.
Wait,
Yes,
Drew
what I'm talking about.
versus Dean Ambrose was actually good. Ambrose took off 9 months and clearly forgot how to actually apply the Boston Crab. It was stupid. Renee claims that the newer version of Dean Ambrose has a deep artillery, and it just made me feel really uncomfortable and really weird, man.
Was it
But
this
regardless-
episode? Was this episode the one where she said, "Well, Dean"? Oh, I think it was Hell in a Cell when Renee Young
yeah.
was like, "Man, Dean Ambrose looks like he wants a piece of this pie."
Yeah, I
Yes.
screwed up when that happened, like legit. But whatever. So Drew McIntyre won. I can go through Raw real quick, and then
Do it. Do it. Wait. Listen.
Hold on.
Oh, that was a terrible pop. Okay, one more time.
Wait.
Oh,
Val,
it's
can
just
you
not
do it-
happening.
Val, can you do it in 60 seconds?
All right. Hang
Ooh,
on. Ready?
I think
Wait,
he's
ready?
timing
I'm
you.
Hit the alarm. Go.
I'm going to Rose all day number 2.
Timer's already running.
Oh,
You
shit.
got 55 seconds.
Do it.
Baron Corbin's a douchebag. Natty and the Bellas are hanging backstage. Ronda appears for all the hugs. Monday Night Rollins. Shorty Braxton, she was on the show too. Hey, there's Undertaker's giant dog. The crowd popped it. It seems kind of tough. He talked about Trip H and his career ending and Shawn Michaels and fuck you, it's DX versus Brothers of Destruction, only 20 years later than I even give a fuck about. Bailey brought Connor Crusher Kid, super cute. Rollins versus Ziggler for the IC title. Guess what? Monday Night Rollins for serious. Roman awkwardly watching backstage. Whatever, who cares? Nobody cares. Oh, by the way, it's Hispanic Heritage Month. Is that why they re-signed Rey Mysterio? Anyway, Zelina loves
Booyaka.
the Hispanic Heritage tribute. Ronda was air punching. Now we see her approaching the ring for open challenge. Guess who was going to come out? Natty music hits. No, she might be dead. No, it's not. It's Riot Squad. Then they try to fuck with Ronda. Guess what? It didn't work. And Alicia Fox and Mickie James take on Ember Moon and her partner of her choosing. She's just like most girls. It's Nia fucking Jax. Corbin bullies everybody backstage, including the refs. And then shit happened. Oh, by the way, donate to the Red Cross. Text Florence to 90999 and you can easily donate $10. Just be a good human, I dare you. Corbin versus Roman. Nobody gives a fuck. Guess what? Raw's over. I loved it.
Well, you know what the highlight of Raw is?
The donation to the Red Cross?
Yes. Cheers to that, my fellow queens.
You know what? The even better highlight is how quickly and efficiently you did that.
That was the quickest I've ever reviewed a show ever. I just want you to know, happy anniversary. I love you guys.
Can you try
Yes,
it?
we love you too, Val.
Can you try SmackDown in 60 seconds?
Oh man,
Wait,
look
before
at
you go to-
look at Pat's like,
Before you
hold
go to
on.
SmackDown, we have to have a moment of silence. Please, like, this is very near, and I think it's time that it needs to be addressed. Okay.
For new
Victor?
safari outfits?
No, well, that was cool, but
Oh,
Victor from the
yeah.
Ascension. It is time, my brother.
Burp and laugh so quickly.
What happened with Victor?
Victor, it is time, my brother. It is time to shave your head.
Oh yeah, he's got the
It's-
Baron Corbin hairline going.
It's done. His is
Oh.
worse than Baron Corbin's.
From the Ascension, nobody cares. So Miz TV opens the shows, and he's talking about taking on Daniel Bryan at the Super Showdown on October 6th in Melbourne, Australia. Winner gets a WWE Championship opportunity. His guest is Maurice. How exciting. They shit talk. Somebody gets hit in the guts. Oh, wait, it's Maurice. She just had a baby. Oh, no, a C-section. Oh, no, is she dying? Oh, no, now it's skull-crushing finale. Then it didn't work. Guess what? Maurice actually got injured by her stupid husband. Whatever. I love their sunglasses. So cut to New Day on Safari in the back. We found out Cesaro takes on Kofi Kingston, but not before Braxton takes time to talk to Yesselmania, where he calls him a coward. Go figure. People are punching people. Nobody cares. Biggie wins the That's Racist award for his offensive Aussie accent.
Yes.
But apparently the Iconic said it was cool, so I guess it's not racist because, you know, he has Australians for friends. New Day made fun of Cesaro's titties, which was cool. And then New Day said they are dressed in their natural habitat, which was racist because they were on safari. That's creepy, dude.
Wow.
Ooh, that is bad.
Yeah. Speaking of bad, worst Rusev Day ever. They're breaking up with Aiden because, like, he fucked up again. And then English, like, explodes into rando security to backstage when he thought that Lana and Rusev split. But instead, Lana just sat there and gave him a side eye, and she's, like, hella pissed. And she's telling Rusev. But he's too focused, doesn't have time to talk to her. Randy Orton is a fucking creep, a pervo creep, by the way. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then you're better off for it. But, yes, pervo creep. He makes a guy watch. Ew. Match between Machka.
Hey, man. What if I want to watch?
No,
Yes.
no.
White people like that type of stuff, so it doesn't surprise me.
I do.
No.
Do not look at my search history, everybody.
Anyway, so yeah, the Machka Kick King and the King of Strong Style, that was actually an enjoyable match, honestly. It ended due to Aiden English distracting Rusev by getting the crowd going with Rusev Day, and then a really bizarro Rusev crash just screened it. This helps Knock take advantage for the win. Then worst Rusev Day ever actually happens, and English slams Rusev from behind and just shreds Handsome Rusev's handsome face with the microphone as Lana screaming, "Are you kidding me?" Then she shrieks, "Get out," about 12 times, which was a great movie. And he sings his final Rusev Day song, All the Turning, apparently, on SmackDown. If you're on the Blue Brand, you have to betray your best friends. Fuck you, Becky Lynch. Killer match between AJ and Almas. Once again, I don't know, whatever. I'm just happy that Almas is getting some props from actual matches. Did you know that Naomi and Asuka are the best of friends? Because I didn't, but apparently they are, and the Iconics don't care. Billie Kay faces Asuka, dominates most of the match until she doesn't. Thank you, Asuka Lock. Asuka takes the win. Another mention of the states and folks affected by Hurricane Florence. Donate if you haven't already. super easy to do. Paige introduces your new SmackDown Women's Champion, Becky Lynch. This whole thing pissed me off because I really like what they're doing with Becky and making her hard, badass, but it's like almost to the point where it ruins all the things about Becky that I like, that she's like so bitter and angry, it's useless. I don't know how to explain it. And it's not just because it's Charlotte, it's just because it's like making Becky go so far the other way, it's bumming me out. You know what I mean? So she says she doesn't want anything like balloons in the ring or the ring surrounded by the division that she built. She just needs one person ringside, the one and only Charlotte Flair. She calls her out, to which the Queen responds by heading ringside. This whole segment did its job because Becky pissed me off at what a brat she was being. Get over yourself, dude, is one of my notes. You won, you finally deserved it, but get fucked at... Oh, she wanted Charlotte to raise her hand. Then she wanted to put the title around her waist. And then all she wants is to call her Queen. Like, get fucked, dude. I love that Charlotte said, "You'll never be Queen, sweetheart." Like, off mic, she just, like, looked right at her and said it. Then they went through bullshit. Shit got weird. I don't know. Basically, Becky had to kind of be lame. No offense, Patrick. Like Roman Reigns, when he just kept calling John Cena a bitch for no reason.
Yeah, I hate that they do that. That's like the in case of emergency glass. They break so they can use the word bitch. It's, I guess, whatever.
But that's what I mean by, like, it disappoints me that, like, it was great when Becky said it the one time because it was perfect, but Charlotte's walking away and then you call her a bitch and it just makes her look like a brat rather than the deserving champ that she is. I think I need more Jameson, speak it out, the Irish lass kicker. But why on earth are they trying to force her to be so fucking heel so hard rather than keep her at, like, the 50-50, which I think kind of rolls when she's kind of heelish, but she's kind of babyface and the whole crowd loves her? I don't know. It just makes her look cheap, and like all the neckbeards are cheering for her, which makes me lose respect because if neckbeards are cheering, I'm done. Charlotte looked super weak, which really kind of puts a lot of the women's evolution back a bit because they just end up looking catty and full of drama as opposed to like wrestling. So maybe it's because Total Divas season 89 premiered last night, so they just want to like showcase the drama. But either way, that's my take on SmackDown Live, and it wasn't a minute; it was about 2 minutes. I'm gonna drink more Jameson.
As always, SmackDown looks better than Raw.
Yeah. Pat, how about you do another 60-second run-through of 205 Live?
TJP defeated some Lucha Libre guy named Lince Dorado. Leo Rush will face Noam
Dar.
I was going to call him Noam Dar next week. Cedric Alexander defeated Drew Gulak in a crazy-ass match. Like, I really suggest you guys watch it. I was kind of surprised while watching it. Mustafa Ali will face Hideo Itami next week to determine bullshit. So that's it.
Oh, okay. Well, we're going to just move on over to NXT. We're going to move on over to Wednesday night. Up to NXT.
So let's do this, guys, because we got NXT and Mae Young Classic are where it's at this week. Then you'll go over the results, and afterwards, ask us all what the highlight and low light were of NXT. So go ahead, run through the results.
Okay, so we started out the night with a tag team match of Dakota Kai and my girl Deonna Purrazzo.
Don't tell Vinnie Mac that. He'll slit your throat. That's his girl, for real.
Well,
screw Vinnie Mac because he wasn't at Warrior Wrestling 2, and he is dead to me.
But I'm okay with sharing, okay?
That's
sharing. Val, you were late to the party when I addressed that sharing is caring, and I'm a sharer.
Patrick pooping, his mic's on silent.
He might be. Okay, so they fought Lacey Evans and Aaliyah, which they kind of...
Lacey Evans' daughter?
You know what? I won't go there. I'm going to leave that for Black Market Ivan commentary later at the end of the NXT
I just want to let you know I was pooping. That's why I had it on mute. But continue.
Oh, my. Okay, so, Lacey Evans took the win. And, that's what happened with that. It was all right. Whatever. Then Sons of Anarchy. Forgotten Sons? What are they calling themselves? Because they obviously have been inspired by Sons of Anarchy. And
what if we called them Sons of Douche?
what if we just call them white guys that are bikers? How about that? Okay.
What if we call them
white
Walmart
guy.
Super Special?
Yeah, I like that. I like that name.
White
White
guy
guys.
MC.
Bikers.
Walmart bikers. Tons of Walmart.
Jackson, because he put his name with an X, so he's
Who the fuck spells
cool.
Jackson with an X? I hate you.
I know.
I was telling Danielle,
Come
isn't the
on.
main-
And Riker too. Why would you spell Riker like that? Come
It
on.
sounds like biker.
Oh, you're right. I didn't put two and two together. You
Well, I was
smart.
thinking like Riker's Island because he's supposed to be like, I'm a fucking prison guy, man. I cut my teeth in the yard.
You know what? That's so probably accurate. So he defeated a unfortunate, amazing guy by the name of Humberto Carrillo.
Umberto.
This should have been called a let's build a wall match, but from how brutal.
Holy shit, that's racist. Ivan.
But that's
You just
how bad.
attacked my dog.
That's how bad he brutalized him. Is he may as well have been saying, "I'm gonna build a wall."
He made
and
the
throw
guy
you over it.
like
Even my
I'm-
white
I'm-
dog is upset.
I can say that.
yeah, he literally made the guy a jobber, but they gave him an entrance.
Yeah, he had music.
So, I don't know. Whatever. We're just gonna move on. And there was some stupid ass thing about Alistair Black still under investigation of who, put him out of commission. And I'm over it. They've been running this into the ground for how many weeks now? And let's just move on.
I didn't hear the rock.
Let's just close out NXT with the only good thing about it. Until the ending happened, which was Pete Dunne and Ricochet in a chant versus chant, belt for belt match. In the notes, I'm gonna read exactly what I typed because I found myself comical, and if y'all don't, I don't care. I said this was a holy shit clutching my pearls match, and I would put 1,000 stars behind it. That's all I'm
That's a
gonna
lot
say.
of stars.
It's a lot of stars because the boys
I'm gonna have to check it
did
out.
all their moves, and I cringed at how many on the apron bomb. What I'm drawing a blank on what they call it. Kevin Owens is
Powerbomb.
infamous. Powerbomb. That's
One of
it.
4 moves.
It's alcohol speaking, everybody. I forgot all my moves, but that move makes me just turn my face away from the screen.
Wait, you know what, you guys? I'm folding laundry as we do this because I'm multitasking. And guess what shirt I'm folding right now?
Pete Dunne or Ricochet?
What shirt is that?
Freelance Wrestling Chicago.
No.
That's
it's-
right.
No, it's not. But I do have one of those that I have to fold. ECW Hardcore Wrestling on the front, size large. On the back, it says, "Come play our pain game. Join the revolution." I think I got it at the
Hey.
Odom in like 1999.
That shirt could have been relevant just to describe the match that happened. Because
Holy shit.
these guys, if you check out anything from this week's of WWE material, again, I always say this every week because NXT is where it is. And this match, just to watch the quality of their performance, you can't beat it. But
Yeah, by the way, whatever episode is closest to my birthday that I'm actually going to be on, can I just not cover Raw and SmackDown and you cover Raw and SmackDown and I'll cover NXT?
that actually sounds quite
Like the second week of January, because my birthday is the first week of January, so I will be at Disney World getting crunked on some roller coasters.
Getting
you know, that is like giving me a present with a bomb in it because it looks so pretty, and I would love to take the honors of reading off the show notes of the top shows for WWE. But
I just have to watch it though. That's the trick.
and I have to, the downside is that means I have to make time in my schedule, and I just don't want to.
Maybe we
But I
just
only
won't
turned
cover Raw and
41.
SmackDown.
What a present.
I mean, for your birthday, we'll do anything for you, Val. But
That's fair.
I digress. We end NXT with an unfortunate thing that honestly was 100% predictable because we all know they ain't gonna give up their belts on a taping. They're gonna do it
I would
at
give up my
at a
belt to
fucking
Kyle O'Reilly.
pay-per-view.
You know what I
First
mean?
of all, Danielle, why the hell did you sound so country right there?
I guess it's the alcohol because I just have a lot of everything going on. There's so much
Alright.
going on.
Wait,
It's
wait,
the
wait.
multiples, okay? I have issues. So Stop
have a Taylor
derailing
Swift
me,
shirt.
my fellow co-host. You all are distracting me, and once the alcohol hits, I have ADD,
My
ADHD.
bad.
How did the match end?
Undisputed Era runs to the ring and interrupts the match, and it obviously is DQ and a no contest situation. And then for some ungodly reason,
Kyle O'Reilly is a babe.
War Raiders come also to the ring because they want to make that a thing for the tag team and the individual. Adam Cole with the individual. I don't know. I don't care. Like it was unnecessary to have both groups come out.
You know why? You know why, Danielle? Because they're gonna have Undisputed Era versus War Raiders, Pete Dunne and Ricochet eventually. That's probably what's going
yeah, obviously. But
Bobby.
I'm gonna close out before I ask everybody how they feel about NXT. I'm gonna close out with my weekly Morrow quote.
Nope.
And I love it because I'm sorry, y'all. I like the wine. I drink the alcohol. I am intoxicated at every show, especially during my segment, which is probably not wise, but I don't care. He quoted during a moment, and I was just so enamored by the delivery of this. I don't know who he was referring to, but he said in a moment where there was a very heavy scuffle, stomping like grapes in a wine cellar.
Nice.
I just thought it was very poetic, and I enjoy
That's white as
commentary
hell.
like that.
I feel like
And I don't care. Everybody's talking over me. I'm used to it. I'm just saying that I really love that comment. So I'm gonna throw it. I'm gonna cast off. What do you all feel about NXT this week?
Kyle O'Reilly's a babe.
I don't know because I didn't watch it.
I didn't watch it, but I was kind of seeing it in the background, and I think I like that the Street Profits continue to have little vignettes, and
Prime Time 2.0.
and that the Candice LeRae segment was so stupid, and I don't know why they hate Candice LeRae and want to bury her character.
Do you know what's really rad? Is I just in the mail today from ProWrestlingTees.com. I got my Candice LeRae Youth Large Bloody Face from Pro Wrestling Gorilla t-shirt. I just got it today because I had it and I lost it, so I bought a new one. And they only come in black now, and it's gorgeous.
Yeah, speaking of Pro Wrestling Tees, my shirt is also on the way too. The Joey Ryan Rest in Penis shirt.
Rest in penis.
Definitely went and got it. So if you see me out in public, please don't be offended.
Or do. Fuck it.
Well, I and Black Market Ivan have not ordered off of ProWrestlingTees.com, but
Well, that's
we will.
fucked up. They employ like a lot of my friends. You should support them.
They should sponsor us. We're the ones that need it.
You know what? I do
No, I'll work on
have
that. I'll work on that.
about 30% of my wardrobe is from there, so I have paid some of their light bills.
Do you guys want to see this shirt that I'm about to fold?
Speaking of light bills,
let me see,
eventually we will have a Patreon page which
Is
you all
that-
can donate to
that guy
and
goes
pay
racist.
part of my light bill.
Yeah.
Who's that guy on the shirt? He goes racist.
It's Ric Flair.
Oh, it is. Holy shit. My
Oh,
bad.
Ric Flair is the guy that says "Wow," right?
Is that the guy who has the really obnoxious picture of his tongue
Yeah,
slathering
that was
a brunette lady?
Oh. Yeah, there's a guy who licks women's faces.
I mean, if it was Drew McIntyre, I think I'd say
I don't know what's going
something.
on.
I mean, Drew McIntyre can lick my face like that anytime. But
That's crazy.
Ric Flair, I'm gonna have to retract that invitation. So stop derailing me, my fellow co-host. We're going to the final segment because we only have 28 minutes left of our recording time.
That's
And
fun.
we are going to talk about the Mae Young Classic. So, besides me, and I'm Val, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah.
Did anybody else watch, fellas?
I definitely did. Man.
Oh, you did. You threw me
Yes,
off
I
with the
did.
way your tone was. I thought you were going to say I definitely didn't. So great,
Yeah, I
awesome.
did.
Black Market Ivan is the only person who didn't watch
Well,
this.
he often
episode.
says that he is from the great city of Jeddah, so maybe that's why he didn't watch it, because women shouldn't wrestle, in his opinion.
Oh, good point. You know what?
And in the meanwhile, I'm currently folding up a support Wrestle Talk T-shirt. I just want everyone.
Yeah. Support Wrestle. Buy
So-
merch.
We started out the Mae Young Classic round 1, because we'll be in round 1 forever, with a match between Caitlyn and Kavita Devi, and I'm fucking up.
Kavita Devi, which is hilarious because the woman who I'm house sitting for that is in India for 6 months, her first name is Kavita.
So what letter is different?
Nothing. Kavita. It's just Kavita. Kavita Devi.
Oh, okay.
It's not Kavita Devi. It's Kavita Devi.
I thought there was Kavita Devi.
Oh, I am like.
Just have a
Auntie-
seizure, Ivan.
My auntie is Devi.
Oh,
They're
auntie.
actually it's
I like
Kavita.
auntie.
With
It's
double
We
Kavita.
have a lot of aunties in our life. Okay?
Kavita Devi.
Stop making me do the accents.
Oh my god, that's racist.
We're racist in this household, apparently.
Coco, don't listen. Your mom is wonderful. Don't listen to him. Your mommy is wonderful. She just looked at me.
Okay, so Caitlyn won this match, but I just want to comment on Michael Cole kind of giving a little apologetic speech about how women were treated in the WWF/WWE moment, and that's mainly because Caitlyn was a divas champion in her heyday. And okay, I accept that. That's an apology.
I don't.
But to
As I
what you're
pulled up a sports
saying,
bra, I don't.
to what you're saying, Val, I agree. It was like a backhanded compliment kind of thing.
It's
but
like
an
saying,
insult.
well, we didn't know that slavery was wrong, and we didn't know that you shouldn't rape your wife. We didn't know that we should parade women around. Fuck you.
And then
Not
calling
you, but
tits and breast puppies.
my dogs are offended, both of them.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yes.
I'm high.
No. We're just calling what it is. I don't. We're a comedy podcast, and we take light.
Are we?
So
Oh my god.
I am participating in a comedy podcast in my head. So
guess
stop
comedy-
bursting that bubble,
I guess
Val.
comedy's supposed to be funny, and I guess we did. So we're not really comedy.
Shit just got sad.
Oh my god. You just made me exit out of Google Docs. That's how disruptive I am.
All right,
Okay.
everyone, shut up! And I want to hear what happened at the Mae Young Classic because I haven't watched any episodes of it.
Because
And
you
I-
hate women.
And I like booby.
God, I'm gonna move out.
I'm pulling
now
another
moving
sports
in.
bra.
So, the next match was Ginny versus Tony Storm. So, Ginny is from the UK.
Gee, I wonder who was going to win.
Tony Storm is who we were talking about earlier, that she's from Australia
I love
and
Tony.
probably gonna be put in the showdown spectacular.
If she ain't in the final, then
shenanigans.
that shit is bullshit. That's all I'm saying. If it's not Mia Yim, it better be fucking Tony Storm. That's all I know.
Tony, I kind of am with you on that. Tony Storm took the win on this, but again, I have to address the commentary team on this segment. And this is just the makeup artist and queen and drama that I am about.
Total
Renee Young addressed that Ginny's cloak or cape that she walks down to the ring in was made or collaborated with Alexander McQueen, which in the fashion world or in the makeup artist world is
It's fucking huge.
huge. Like, do you understand how much of a queen she is to even been touched and graced with his
I
presence?
mean, the fact that Alexander McQueen even knows what women's wrestling is blows my mind.
Because he was a phenomenal man, and rest in peace. He is an unfortunate sufferer of suicide in 2010. So, but as Renee Young is addressing this part of Jenny's costuming, both Michael Cole and Beth Phoenix, which I was kind of blown away about Beth Phoenix making this kind of sarcastic comment, were like, okay, who is that? And why is that relevant? In the most sarcastic
She was probably thinking it was Lightning McQueen because she has kiddos, and she was all Disney, Disney, Disney.
Oh, it made me like I literally like I wrote in our notes a hard eye roll of kind of okay to enlighten the fans. Alexander McQueen was extremely theatrical. He was definitely not pretty in it when it comes to what kind of artwork he put on the runway. It was definitely avant-garde. Lady Gaga from 2008 to hit him pretty much, not being on this earth anymore, designed all of her looks. Bad Romance is a prime example.
Wasn't her glove like the last thing he designed?
Yes, in American Horror Story.
He designed this shirt.
Yes,
the Rhodes Family Tree shirt.
I doubt it.
Oh
I
God.
doubt it.
But
That's
anyways, I just want to take a moment to just praise Alexander McQueen because he inspired a lot of what I do in makeup and in avant-garde and theatrical and horror. So anyways, moving on. I kind of give that a hard eye roll because fuck the commentary team, and I praise Renee Young because she was as kind of shocked that they didn't know who the hell he was. But we're gonna move on. We follow it with unfortunately, I'm going to say a mediocre match between Karen Q and Zia Lee. I'm fucking up her name.
No, you're not. You're fine.
Okay, because I've seen, I just alcohol. So, it could have been better, but you can see that there was a timing thing with the way the match went down. So, but Zia Lee is on to the next round. Oh. And then we finish with I'm glad they closed out the night because overall the night was mediocre. But Mia Yim.
Yim. She's blazing. She's the Black Asian. She's amazing.
Yes.
But isn't Yim?
She was at Warrior 2. Come on, girl. She was at Warrior 2. She was shooting baskets in the gym. Remember?
Yeah, but her name could be pronounced Yim.
Well, it could, and my name could also be pronounced Vale.
And is it wrong?
Yeah, no, it's wrong because my name's Val.
Shout out to Mia and Keith Lee.
I don't know.
Wonderful couple.
Oh, yeah, by the way.
I mean, if we really think about when we break down the name, am I wrong? I don't think I'm wrong.
I don't know.
I think you're wrong. It'd be like if you call me Val Cap One.
We're gonna reference the Googles right now. Mr. Black Market Ivan.
I'm telling you, I've seen her for many shows in Shimmer and like free. I mean, she's all over Chicago. Like,
go to Google Translate.
It's Mia Yim.
I don't think I'm wrong on this when it comes to proper pronunciation.
And I'm gonna drink some more Jameson because.
So anyway,
this is the best part of the show, guys.
She was the best part of the show. I don't think I'm wrong, but okay,
I just drank some more.
That's fine. Y'all can judge me, but
I ain't judging. I'm just correcting.
Oh, Val, I'm gonna get you so. Okay,
I got 2 dogs here. Arr, arr.
She defeated. I'm not even gonna fucking say the next name. How about y'all take a run at it because I'm just over it. So go ahead.
Ellie Stein Chaos.
So tell me all about it, Val. Tell me everything you know.
Allison Kay wants to steal Charlotte's, or says that Charlotte is stealing her Peacock gig. But I like Allison Kay. She's a boss-ass beast.
Mm-hmm.
It was a good match. I'm glad that Mia won, but I'm also stoked that Allison Kay. What's her name in Impact? Patrick, do you know off the top of your head? Sierra. Yeah. She's awesome. She's got a really bright future ahead of her, as they say.
Yeah, she's really dope. Dope.
For sure. But
awesome. How about you just transition us into the Chicago scene?
Well, I am about to fold my freelance wrestling t-shirts, so yes, I suppose that's fair. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Shit. Where is it at? Oh, there it is. Okay, so last weekend I was super lucky and I got picked to do the ring announcing for Freelance Underground at Taco Fest. It was a great event overall, 6 matches. We had a last minute change in the women's match. Ark Williams was unable to arrive on time, so Lainey Luck took on Barry Wright, their survivor, in a mixed gender match or intergender match. And I was walking about the crowd because I just like to see people's reactions after I announce people, just seeing how they feed off the vibe. And there was a woman that told me straight up, like, I don't like this. She didn't realize that I worked with Freelance Underground. And she was like, this is not good for my young daughter to see, or my young son, because there was a woman and a man in the ring and they were going toe to toe, blow for blow. And I said, without acknowledging that I'm the ring announcer, I was like, well, I mean, I don't know. They're about the same size. They look like they're the same build. They were built pretty close in the same weight. Don't you think that this is like as close to gender equality as we can get? And she was like, no, this is just wrong. And I was like, well, I hope that the rest of the match proves you wrong or changes your mind. And she was very adamantly upset that they would allow a woman to wrestle a man. And Lainey Luck ended up winning, two-turn Lainey Luck. And as I walked away from the angry mother, I ran across several other mothers and fathers and just randos. And they were like, this is amazing. She's whooping his ass. Oh, man, he got her there. But no, she's coming right back. So that's just like my little spiel of maybe you shouldn't hate on women wrestling.
Fuck that
men.
lady.
Yeah. But I
Fuck
also
that
get where
lady.
she's coming from, because for my entire life, I was told that men are stronger than me and men can be violent and aggressive and women should just be docile and silent. And so she's, you know, she's programmed that way and it sucks. But sorry to get all heavy on our party episode. But it was super important to me because as a female that's generally in male-dominated industries, it's very important to see that women can hold their own. It shouldn't even be a contest whatsoever. It should just be this person can do it regardless of their gender. So it was really cool to watch Lainey Luck become victorious over Barry Wright. And all these little girls were like, hands on their face, like Kevin McAllister in Home Alone going, ah, they were like, when she walked out to the ring. And then when she came back, they were all like, please high five me. And it was really great to see about 30 young girls freaking out because they watched wrestling for the first time ever. Anyway, but there is no wrestling that I know of this weekend in Chicago. The next event is night one of the Jim Lynam Memorial Tournament from AAW. That is Friday the 28th, so next Friday. DJZ versus Ace Romero. Ray Phoenix, who is not signing with WWE, along with his brother Pentagon Jr., versus Shane the Swerve Strickland. Rich Swann versus Trevor Lee. Moose versus Sammy Callahan. Sammy Guevara, who you guys, I told you all about at Warrior 2, and you saw him in the flesh. He was fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, I love that dude. I love that dude. Like,
yeah,
he's gonna be like dope.
Yeah, he was amazing, and he was against Trey Miguel. And then the AAW Tag Team Championship match is David Starr and Eddie Kingston from Wrestling, which is wrestling without the E, versus Kurt Stallion and Jake something. I just want to hear him scream, "What's my name? Something." Also, you know, I mean, I'm always really happy to watch him wrestle. He's a great dude. AAW Heavyweight Championship match is Brody King versus Pentagon Zero Miedo. Penta made it very clear to AAW that he wants his title back, so why wait? It might be a super short-lived reign for Brody King, but who knows? And then the very next day is night two, but don't forget, it starts at 4 p.m., so it's more of a matinee. Goes from 4 to 7 for the Jim Lynam Memorial Tournament. Her triumphant return to the Chicago Squared Circle, Kylie Ray, after a devastating injury when she was with, yeah, it's her first show back. She's up against Scarlett Bordeaux. No harm on Scarlett, but I hope Kylie Ray beats the shit out of her. You can get your tickets now at aawpro.ticketleap.com. Also, if you're in Austin, Texas, or anywhere about, it is the Austin, Texas debut of AAW on October the 12th. I'm kind of excited to see what they do in the Lone Star State, seeing that they're going to work with the different talent from there. And since we're kind of talking about AAW tonight, La Park, add an A, and you'll know who I'm talking about, makes his AAW debut on October 26th at 115 Bourbon Street. Tickets go on sale this Thursday at aapro.ticketleap.com. I guarantee it's going to sell out, Patrick, so buy those tickets in advance.
There. I've been wanting to see La Park or LA Park for quite some time.
Or
Like,
La Parca, let's be real, okay?
yeah. Yes.
Um, by the way, but some sad news on the AAW front. The Knights of Columbus in LaSalle, Illinois, which was one of AAW's offshoot venues that they would do like every couple weeks. They would do a show there, do a show in Chicago, do a show in LaSalle, do a show in Chicago. It's coming under new management in 2019. So they're going to begin remodeling the venue, and they no longer want wrestling there, which is really sad because I just think that wrestling is so good for people of all ages, all genders,
Yeah.
all
What the
walks of life.
fuck? Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
it's
whack.
kind of a bummer. So November 10th and December 8th will be the final pro wrestling events at the Knights of Columbus in LaSalle. So I think maybe we should make a schedule for one fall family field trip and go out there. It's far as fuck,
Ju-
but it's worth it.
Just let me know. Just let
Yeah.
me know. I kind of don't want to go through Indiana because I hate Indiana. But
No,
if
no,
we
no,
gotta
it's
go
not through
there-
Indiana. It's LaSalle, Illinois. It's like,
Oh, I'm tripping. Oh yeah, you know what? I'm high. Never mind. You're right, LaSalle. I'm with it. I don't care. Let's do it
yeah.
one day. Maybe we can stop at like some like little cheap ass like. Well, not little cheap because I don't want no one from LaSalle, Illinois to think that like their food is disgusting. But I want to stop at like a little place where we can get some nice something to eat and just make it a whole family vacation.
Absolutely. I think it'd be a lot of fun. So tickets for the November 10th event in LaSalle, the second to last show in LaSalle from AAW, are now on sale. Again, at aawpro.ticketleap.com. Talent scheduled to appear, which this lineup is crazy. Like they usually have pretty good talent and usually a super huge special guest, but this is crazy. It's Pentagon Jr., basically, Penta El Cero Miedo, Ray Phoenix, Brody King, Rich Swan, DJ Z, Jessica Havoc, Kylie Ray, Eddie Kingston, Trevor Lee, Jeff Cobb, and many more to be announced. So the show that they're bringing to you on November the 10th is the kind of caliber that you're going to see at one of their marquee shows at Logan Square Auditorium. So this is a fond farewell to LaSalle. This is the first of two nights to say goodbye to a great wrestling venue. I'm super sad to see it go. I've only been to two shows there, honestly, because it's about an hour and a half away from Chicago. But damn, it's such a good venue. I'm sad to see it go. So yeah.
Fuck. Like I said,
That's-
I'm with it. I definitely want to see the show if we're up for that trip. Like I said, I'll make some time for that.
And if you do want to put freelance on your map, it is October 19th is the next show. It's Friday, October 19th, which does compete with Rise. So I'm having a personal conflict myself. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know if I should go to work on October 19th or if I should just be Lady Mark on October 19th. I don't know yet.
It depends if your job is paying you like they got. You know what? If they want Val there, they got to pay 100 stacks. We want 100 grand. That's what we want. I want to try to talk to someone, see if we can get that. I mean, you deserve it. So
Okay.
we're gonna see if we can make it happen. But yeah, I guess that fucking concludes like all the shit and everything that we have wrestling related and things of that nature. Anyone have any like parting words for anything or anybody or shout outs that you want to give? Anybody? Nobody, huh? Okay.
You go first, Pat. You go first.
Oh, I just want to shout out the weed. That's it. The weed has made me feel good this episode. It's episode 30. I feel so relieved, so relaxed. This was a great show. I can't wait for season 2 to start because we're introducing all this new stuff and we're going to be available in so many different streaming markets now, opposed to just SoundCloud and Apple Music. So I'm very excited about the future and what holds. Once again, this is also a record for me. I've never done 30 episodes of anything, and we reached 30. So man, shit, fucking congrats. And once again, I just want to thank the weed.
Excellent. Val, what shout outs you got this week?
Of course, I always want to shout out to @freelance.res. That's freelance WRES. That's freelance wrestling. that I'm super thankful for Matt Nix and everyone at Freelance Wrestling that digs what I do enough to make me the backstage correspondent. Very fun. Much love to Freelance Underground for allowing me to be the ring announcer this past weekend at Taco Fest. And I'm super excited for AAW and all the shows that they have coming up. I was really lucky and got to work with Jim Lynam in a roller derby capacity. And he actually tried to convince me to wrestle. He was like, "You're really good at roller derby. You should think about wrestling." But unfortunately, he was like, "Well, you should come take bumps in the ring and see how it goes." And this was a couple of years ago. And 2 weeks later, he unfortunately passed away. So I never got to take him up on his very generous offer of running the ropes and seeing how it went. But my first time ring announcing was 2 years ago on Sunday. So 2 years from Taco Fest. And it was in an AAW ring. So I just kind of feel like really proud that Jim would have been super stoked that I was in the ring, maybe not in the capacity he thought of, but on the mic. And that was my defining moment, if you will, because that was the name of the show, for ring announcing and announcing for wrestling in general. So without getting super mushy, I just really appreciate Dr. Keith very much so from AAW for supporting me and my wrestling obsession since I was a teenager, but also asking me to get in the ring that night and call all of their matches for AAW. Yeah.
Yeah.
And also to my co-hosts, like, how cool is it that we're on episode 30? We took a couple weeks off here and there just because we had to, but more or less we spent the last
half a year.
Yeah,
kinda.
that's pretty cool considering we didn't even know each other when we started, and now I feel like we're family.
Yeah, and I think the whole bonding trip during All In Warrior Wrestling weekend was very needed, and getting me introduced to Malort, good old Malort, and stuff like that. So yeah, it's definitely been a journey, and I'm like I said, I'm very excited to see we're scheduled for one fall, the only wrestling podcast in Chicago that matters. I'm just gonna put it out there,
Well,
Not,
we're the only
I'm-
one that has 2 gents, 2 ladies, and we represent the true fan, I like to think. There's a lot of wrestling podcasts in Chicago, and a lot of them are very good, including Two Heels and a Face and Random
Oh
Thoughts
yeah, shout out to
Wrestling.
them. Oh yeah.
There's a couple others, but I like that we have 2 female opinions, 2 male opinions. We represent people of color. Like, we covered a lot of bases that a lot of other podcasts don't, and I'm pretty proud of that.
Yes, indeedy. Mr. Black Market Ivan, is there any shout outs or anything you would like to put out there to the Neckbeardiverse?
Yeah, I got two shout outs. So the first one is in this 24 hours of just work we were putting into the whole network here yesterday, Danielle and I, the day ended with me on customink.com chatting with an agent known as James, and I was like designing a t-shirt on there, and I chatted with the guy. I'm like, "Hey, I'm having trouble attaching this design to a sleeve. Can you help me out?" And he's like, "Sure, let me take a look at your design." And he sees the Schedule for One Fall logo, and he's like, "Oh, I like the design. Are you a CM Punk fan?" And I laughed because people often think the Chicago flag is a CM Punk. But I was like, "Yeah, but this is more, a play on the Chicago flag." And he's chatting with me half about t-shirt designs and pricing, and half about, he's like, "Yeah, you run a wrestling podcast? That's pretty cool. I used to run one." And so he said he'd listen. So shout out to James from Custom Ink. And we're going to probably order all our stuff from them because unless Pro Wrestling Tees can give us a Chicago discount. But Custom Ink is pretty cool. Really very high quality stuff. So watch out for the hashtag SFOF gang merch coming soon. So that was my first shout out. My second shout out is, and Danielle doesn't know I'm, going to go into this topic here, but so, for anyone listening, I've been with La Fama Blanca here for 14 and a half years. Actually, it's gonna
Jesus
be 15,
fuck!
15
Really?
years. It'll be
Yeah, it'll
it'll be
15.
14 years this year, right?
Yeah.
So, this is the first podcast Danielle and I have ever done together. Pat, back in the day, 10 years ago, and we were doing it, Danielle would be in the background, as our audience, which was great. It was still part of the show.
Yeah.
But for me, so let me go down this rabbit hole. So in February, I was working at a job I'd been at for 6 years. Okay. I put a lot of work. I put 70, 80-hour weeks into that job. I put everything into that job. I was there in February, Pat, when you reached out to me and said, let's do the show. Episode 2 of the show, I no longer worked there. So for a month, I was, between jobs. None of you guys knew this. I didn't feel like it was relevant to mention on the show. But this show got me through that, right? Having this sudden gap in my day-to-day life. So that got me through that. Then I took a lot of, self-discovery into my health that month. Then I went into a business of my own. And then I got another job. Now I got another job. Now I'm running my own store. So I've gone through so much, and Danielle has gone through so much with me as my partner in the time that we've had these 30 episodes. So like many podcasts have gotten me through very tough times, I hope that at least one person out there, our show helped them get through some tough times. That's number one. And number two, this podcast has not only reunited me with Pat, we've known each other for 30 years actually.
Yeah,
and then we got to meet Val through this, and I got to get even closer with Danielle, not just from being partners, but doing this technology driven thing. And yesterday, actually, Danielle spent both of her days off this week just trying to optimize the site, just trying to put get us on Spotify. So shout out to La Fama Blanca for that. And
big time.
This show is just
I dropped a tear, because I like I said, I was there. I've been around for the whole thing. So I never knew that this was the first thing that Simon and Danielle, or Black Market, my bad. I'm calling you by your fucking your shoot name now, brother.
Your given name, not your taken name.
Yeah. So to see them go through this experience together, like I said, man, it's fucking dope, man. It's beautiful, man. I definitely just shed a tear, man. It's not because I'm high. It's just that, like I said, it's been a very long journey, and once again, this podcast united all of us together and stuff like that, brought me and Simon back together. Like I said, we haven't, taught in like 8 years or so. Only life happens. People get busy with shit and stuff like that. And I'm glad that wrestling was what originally brought us together. And it's like full circle. It happened again. So I'm just, and then Val just came into the picture and didn't think that any of us was like fucking creepy neck beards and just juggalos or something like that. And just like I said, it seems like I've known Val for many years. She's gotten me hooked to this Malort and stuff and shit that I hate to drink, but I only drink it because Val drinks it. So, but these 30 fucking episodes have been pretty crazy, and I'm excited to see what the next 30 will take us. So,
well, and speaking of number 30, to take us off the air.
I've been crying, everybody.
No, Danielle, no, tears of joy, tears of joy.
It is all tears of joy. So I will close out the segment in my quivering voice.
Aww.
Neckbeard alert.
Neckbeard alert. Neckbeard alert.
I wanted to shout out the number 30. In numerology, the number 30 represents highly creative and social energies. And I think that's a pretty good way to just say that this has been a very creative podcast. We have all brought different elements and pieces to this show. And you know what? I am invested and I love everybody. And I think, I don't know, 30 gets my shout out. And with 30 episodes in, I hope to know all of you 30 years from today. That we can still
I gotta
look
stop
back.
eating bacon and I'll be there.
Wait, what?
We'll look back 30 years from today and be like, hey, remember that time we had 30 episodes on a internet show? Like, we're gonna be that kind of crew.
No,
so
I
I'm
hope
thankful
we're still
for that.
going. Like kind of. Like
I didn't say we weren't still gonna be podcasting. Okay. I'm just saying that we'll reflect. We'll have a TBT 30 years from now.
About the Rock. Yeah, we'll be talking about how the Rock's daughter's getting into the Hall of Fame.
Oh, throwback 30, Danielle. Throwback 30.
Throwback 30, yes. But it's been a great, a growing experience, a learning experience for me. And I'm kind of, to prevent my emotions from taking over my voice, I will speak to Black Market Ivan off the air. But
hey, don't do nothing I wouldn't do.
or if you're gonna do it, make sure Randy Orton's watching.
I do express my love more physically. So
oh my
god. Can I just also say that Patrick got out because shit got weird.
He did. But
can I also just say to add to your sentiment and the fact that you're getting all choked up, I had a really rough year personally, and a lot of my year was made a whole lot better because of the three of you, the mysterious M, and every person that says, I listen to your podcast and you guys are hilarious, or man, you guys are really funny and you guys feel what I feel. And the fact that we're like honest and we don't give a fuck, sometimes I wonder, is this the right vein that I want to express myself? But then I'm like, yes, because that's how I feel. And, I had a really rough year personally. And before the Jameson kicks in, I just want to say thank you to the two of you and tell Patrick to fuck off for dishing out early. But also for every person that actually takes the time to listen to what we do once a week or once every other week or whenever we decide to actually do it because life. It's pretty important to me, and I hope it's important to other people the way it is to the four of us. And I don't know. I'm super lucky. I have a really amazing life. I couldn't thank you guys enough for being a part of it.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Episode 30. We'll see you guys next season for season 2, episode 1.